abrázame toda la noche. No nos queda mucho tiempo más. No quiero perder lo que queda.
Welcome to my house. Play that music too loud. We can't even slow down. We don't have to go out. Welcome to my house. Play that music too loud. Show me what you do now. We don't have to go out. Welcome to my house. Hey, hey. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my house.
Alrighty, so are we ready to get this shit show started?
Ugh. Let's go.
Let's do it. We got this chapter and the next chapter to cover, and then we are done for the day, madam. I have a feeling we'll probably be done in terms of recording for a while, because it'll take me at least ages to get through the current stack that we have, so.
Yeah. Oh my god, this is 30 chapters?
Yeah, that's the reason why I said we're not going to cover 30 chapters in one day.
Oh god, no.
God, no. Unlike the other one where we could get through 12 chapters in a day, you know?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I believe it's my turn to start. Okay.
Yeah.
Tyne stayed by her wolves, watching over them closely.
Callie cleaned up around the house when her phone rang.
She picked it up. Shakira household. Who's speaking?
Callie, it's Fee.
Oh, all right. What's up?
Well, the thing is, I had the Chug Patrollers around here earlier, and they told me you had been acting oddly.
Callie sank back into the couch and sighed.
They're worried
sorry.
that something's wrong.
Look, it's fine. I've just been preoccupied.
That's fine to tell them that, but I want to know what's going on. What's really going on, that is.
All right, but you have to promise you're not going to say anything to anyone else.
All right, I won't.
The thing is, a few nights back, I was out patrolling and I found a girl. She needed some help, so I took her up. Turns out it was actually Tyne. So I'm keeping Tyne hidden out of my house.
Callie, if Titan's back, she should come back into my office so we can sort things out. So we can get things sorted and get her back to work.
What? Are you out of your fucking mind? You have no idea what the poor thing's been through. She's had shit. She's had shit, and I'm not gonna let her go back to work. She's being hunted, and I'll keep her away from all of you. I thought you'd be there for her. No, not to try and get her back to work. You should know better.
She slammed the phone down on V and walked over to Tyne, pulling her into her arms. Dude, you basically, that's equivalent to me going up and saying, go fuck yourself, essentially. You have told your scheduling manager to go fuck themselves.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh no. That's just bullshit. Alright, let's continue onwards.
I believe it's you. Is it me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. What did you do? Was that about you? Do I have to go back to work?
Nope, you're staying right here until you're ready for work. And if you don't want to go back, then fine. You don't. That's simple, love.
Tyne smiled, leaning on Callie more.
Callie stroked her hair gently, watching her closely.
She heard a car pull up outside.
She got up, looking out the window to see the Chuggineers walking over with Cormac this time.
Sorry. Crap. I totally lost my spot. Okay. She smiled, opening the door.
They went in and she shut it, locking it. What brings you guys here?
Crap, I keep losing my spot. We heard V talking to you about Callie.
You guys haven't told anyone, have you?
Sorry, I'm just like, only Cormac.
I hope you're not going to let Tyne go back to work.
Nah, I already told V that.
They turned, looking at her, then stopped. Why is there a wolf here? In your house?
I saw it and took it in, Tyne said, stroking it gently. It had a tracker. We think her father knew. Oh, sorry. It's a different person speaking.
Mm-hmm.
So that's you.
It had a tracker, and we think we think her father knew she'd find it and hoped that they used it to find her. Because we're fucking dumbasses.
All right. So what exactly did her father do and want her for? Brewster asked.
Oh, I thought you were asking me that question. I was gonna go, Did you fall asleep in chapter 2? Tyne grabbed the blanket, pulling it over her.
I pulled them to the side. Who is I? Callie?
Mm-hmm.
Are we in Callie's first person point of view now?
I think that was
I
a
guess so.
mistake.
Don't say, because we've not been in anyone's point of view this whole time.
Nope. Thankfully.
Crap.
I pulled them to the side. That's where you left off.
Oh, I pulled them to the side. He took her and sold her to whoever paid the most for her. They'd have her for a month to do whatever they wanted to her. She ran away, and that's why I'm keeping her away from everything. She doesn't trust anyone. Well, other than us, of course.
I know.
I know. It's horrible.
She said, looking over at Tyne, who was laying on the floor, with the wolves ignoring what she was saying, not wanting to think about it.
Well, yeah, the wolves don't give a fuck.
Wolf don't care.
Wolf don't care. Kelly walked over to Tyne, sitting by her.
Maybe if we talked to V and explained to her about it, she might be more understanding.
Could you please? That'd be great, Kelly said, and they nodded, leaving.
She looked back at Tyne, rubbing her back.
She pulled down the blanket a bit.
You alright, baby? She asked, and Tyne shrugged.
She kissed her neck gently. Don't worry, I've got you.
Thanks for the help, Cal.
I'd do anything for you, Callie said.
Right back
And
at
Tyne
you.
kissed her cheek. Right?
Right back at you, she said softly. And Callie purred, nuzzling her gently. You know what?
Kelly held Tyne close against her, rubbing her back gently. So, what you want to do?
How about we just watch some TV to distract you for a while? She suggested, and Tyne nodded, getting up.
Callie followed her, and the wolves watched the two of them.
Callie sat back in the couch, pulling Tyne onto her lap.
The mother wolf picked up her cub and lay at the end of the couch with them.
Callie smiled, turning her TV on. Ooh, that sounds hot.
She stroked Tyne's hair gently, and while they watched some things. Some things.
Tyne relaxed, cuddling into Callie more, and Callie smiled, watching her closely.
Tyne eventually fell asleep in Callie's arms.
Tyne woke up several hours later on the couch under a blanket.
She sat up to see the wolves at her feet, and at her feet still, but she couldn't see Callie.
Callie?
A second later, Callie rushed over to her side. What's wrong, love?
Tyne grabbed her, holding her tightly. I thought you had gone.
Tyne whimpered, and Callie held her close to her. I wouldn't leave you alone without telling you first, or leaving a note.
Tyne held her tighter, burying her face in her shirt.
Callie stroked her hair gently pulling her into her lap. Is this what having a mother is like?
What do you
Tyne
mean?
whispered.
What do you
Oh
mean? You
no.
had a mother. Where do you
We're
think you
gonna get,
came from?
are we gonna get into like some weird mommy play here?
Oh my lord. Is that what the kids are calling it?
I mean, I'm just gonna assume.
What the fuck have you been reading?
Oh, you don't want to know.
The Spectrum.
uh, sorry. I don't care. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Um, what do you mean? You had a mother? Where do you think you came from?
I don't remember my mother. No one ever told me about her. They just said she had died when I was very young. I never had a mother. I never had a father. The one I do have was never there when I needed him. I was brought up under the care of another lady. But my father was always out, and when he did, he hurt me like this.
Callie held her closer. Well, this is what a mother would do for her daughter. Yes. And I love you so much, and I don't want to lose you.
Tyne smiled softly, snuggling into Callie. I love you. I love you too, she whispered, and Callie smiled.
These two have known each other. I guess they've always known each other. So they've always known each other, right?
Yes.
Okay. Just Tyne. Okay. Okay. Uh, Tyne looked up at Callie. Why do you want to help me? She asked softly.
Because I love you and I care about you and I don't want to lose you again.
Tyne smiled, stroking Callie's hair gently.
Colin smiled, holding her hand gently. I miss you, Tyne.
Well, to be honest, Tyne said softly, and Callie looked at her. I missed you too.
Callie grinned, laying back on the couch with Tyne.
She ran a hand through her hair, hand through her hair gently, and leaned into Callie's touch. My poor girl.
Your poor girl. That's how you see me? As yours?
Callie looked at her. Well, for now, I guess.
I like being yours.
Callie smiled, kissing her gently.
Man, me saying that to you makes my boyfriend go, I have a few questions. Because if somebody clipped that and sent it to him just out of context, I'd have a lot of explaining to do.
Oh my god, you could take so much of this and just clip it out of context and just be like, yeah.
Oh my god, it makes for fun audio clips later. Let's see. Tyne kissed her back, holding her tightly.
Callie looked at Tyne and nuzzled her gently. I'm surprised you took the kiss, Callie whispered.
Well, you're you. You won't hurt me like everyone else did.
You bet I won't. And I'll kick anyone's ass who does hurt you. Friends or not. Friends of not. They'll get hell.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You can take any of this out of context. Like, I bet you, like, my sister has probably walked by my room at some point and just gone, what the fuck is she doing?
Hell, I know. Yeah, I know. My stepmom is home too. I'm just hoping she's just like not coming over here because luckily I'm at like the other end of the house. And I'm like, that's I was like, her or my dad's gonna like walk by and be like, what?
just tell him like every once in a blue moon you're reading fan fiction with me is all.
Oh, that would only prompt more questions.
The two of them went into the kitchen getting some dinner ready.
Tyne did theirs while and Callie tended to the wolves' needs.
They both had dinner and then decided to head off to bed.
The wolves curled up on the blankets.
Callie walked up to Tyne, taking her hand gently. You want to sleep on the couch or in a room?
Tyne shook her head, holding Callie.
She lifted her up. You can sleep with me, Callie whispered. And Tyne sighed, leaning on her.
Callie took her to the bedroom and lay her down on the bed.
She sat on the bed next to Tyne.
Tyne smiled, touching her cheek gently.
Callie touched her hand gently. You'll be alright, she whispered. What?
That was just like, I feel that was supposed to be like comforting, and it was very creepy. So you'll be all right.
Everything about this seems like it's some weird fetish.
This. Okay. Callie lay down. Callie lay down more, holding Tyne close. How do you lay down more?
She's snuggling further down into the Tempur-Pedic mattress, or it's one of those memory foam where the further you sink in it. Cue that clip of what is it, Homer Simpson reverse stepping back into the bush. Just if like that. She drifted off to sleep a minute later.
Tyne reached over, pulling out her shotgun.
She loaded it and sat it next to her. A true American!
America.
America. Fuck yeah.
She pulled the blankets up over them and then fell asleep slowly.
The next morning, the two of them woke up with the sound of gunfire. America!
Right.
AR-15s!
You're
Eagles!
gonna
Freedom!
sleep with a shotgun in the bed. You're gonna wake up to some gunfire.
Where do they live? The hood?
Right? They got up and ready, and then Callie headed out of the house looking around. That's just that sentence makes no sense whatsoever.
Tyne pulled her cloak over her and walked out looking around.
Chug Patrol pulled up outside the house.
Callie, we need you now.
Hey, who's your friend?
Just-
Asher asked.
Just a very close friend. Why do you need me?
Some gunfight with the Chuganeers and some other guys that just showed up. They attacked us earlier and left heading for the Chuganeers. They're wanting something valuable and it needs to be taken back where it belongs, apparently. Exposition dump.
Exactly. Callie stared at them and then nodded. Alright, she said, grabbing her gear. Stay here, alright? She whispered to Tyne, and she nodded.
Callie got in Jackman's car and they left the house.
Tyne walked back inside.
Okay, hold on.
Alrighty, we ready to pick up this bullshit?
Okay. Yes, okay, sorry. I don't even know where we are anymore.
Tyne walked back inside. Apparently, it was just after she got back in the car.
Okay. The Chug patrollers pulled up at the work site where a full-scale fight had already begun, had already started between the figures in black and the Chuganeers.
They headed off to help the Chuganeers.
Do you know what they're after? Jackman asked.
Zach looked at the men and then at Jackman. Nope, not a clue.
Brewster went over to Callie. You know they're not wanting time. You know they're wanting time, right?
I was afraid of that.
Some guy ran at Callie and she shot him.
She just pulled the Indiana Jones shit.
Right? Just
They fell down and she growled softly, shooting some of the others.
More men came out of nowhere, heading towards them.
The Chuganeers and Chug patrollers began to back up as they moved in on them.
Callie gulped, seeing a man walk over.
He had a scar across his face.
He had a black coat over him, covering most of his face. And how do you know he has a scar? Okay.
His green eyes shone in the light, and he smiled darkly. All right, game's over, kiddies, he murmured.
Kelly gulped, reaching for her gun when another man ran over. Never mind them. We found it.
The man smiled and walked over to a horse getting on his back. Let's move out, he ordered, and all the men withdrew and followed him from the area.
Kelly froze. Tyne.
Oh man, game of the capture the flag, my favorite.
You know, I don't know why doesn't she use italics or anything like that? Because that would help also.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why would you put that, like, with little stars around it? That's, like, what you would use italics for.
Yeah.
Okay.
Beforehand, look, she used a comma.
Yay! Golf clap.
Tyne was at the house, busy playing with the wolves.
She could hear gunfire, and she whimpered softly.
The mother walked over and licked her cheek.
Tyne smiled softly as it snuggled up against her.
She could hear the men walking down the streets nearby in large groups.
She gulped, grabbing her gun.
She was causing too many problems being in Chuggington.
The men never stopped searching for her.
She looked at the two wolves and then headed out of the house, thinking through the shadows.
She headed into the main city and then towards the work site.
She could see the fight was still going.
She then saw some shadows come up behind her. She turned to see her father's men standing there. They smiled, holding the chains to her up. Again with the chains.
She gasped and ran away from them.
They followed after her for a while. They followed after her while one went to tell her father.
She saw him get on his horse and take off down the road with the men following.
She ran off down a street trying to lose them, but it wasn't working.
He had too many men out to keep a watch on her.
She hoped that she could make it out of their watch.
If she could just get to the edge of the city, she could change and get away from her father.
She chose to leave. She got close to leaving Chuggington when she saw her father's men. Saw her father's men surrounding the border.
She gasped, taking
The
off back
border,
into the city.
like a school board. Sorry. She ran past the Chuggineers and Chug patrollers.
Her father sped past them and jumped off onto Tyne, cutting into her back.
Tyne screamed and he smiled. Teach you for leaving me? He hissed.
He got back on his horse and they chained her up.
Again with the chains. They then left before anyone had a chance to react.
Callie stood there staring at nothing. You will pay for this, she told herself.
She had to find Tyne again.
She could not find her. Dude, fucking, you're a dragon! Just blow...
She's a
Sorry,
furry.
furry. Just blow flames on it and burn the chains for yourself, dumb bitch. Jesus.
Oh my god.
We got one more chapter to go.
Yeah, I don't believe in destiny. I just do what's best for me. Don't listen to my enemies, they're just full of jealousy. Yeah, this legacy, you gon' see what's left of me. You gon' see success in me. You ain't seen the rest of me. I just wanna be the best at what I know. Better than the rest, just watch me grow. Put me to the test and watch me go. This is my quest, I'ma make it known. They call me obsessive, oh I know. Call me selective with my notes. Call me aggressive with my flow. Call me offensive even though Joe, I ain't gonna lie, life's tough. Try to get by, life's rough. Try to do it right, it's not enough. Even though you try, you still mess up. But I'm still gonna fight for what I love. Still gonna die for what I love. Still gonna try, I won't give up. Still gonna fight until I